My love!
Hello!
Sissy, Senora, you look great.
You look
great.
gorgeous.
You look always good.
You look gorgeous.
You
What?
look good.
Huh?
Hello, good to see you.
Hi, sweetheart. So good to see you. How are you, sweetie?
Very well. Hey, you. It's been a long time. How are you, my dear?
I love you guys.
We are
Family, babe.
Every time we come from this area, somehow or another the story gets brought up again about that first interview that we were all together in our underwear.
I know. I apologize for that. I apologize.
It's
But
funny.
still-
It's
but you know
history.
what? They still were the best interviews. Okay, I'm not going to hide how excited I am to see you guys. I mean, we're reunited after all these years.
And it feels so good.
It does feel so good. I've had the chance to speak to you individually at different times, but to actually sit with you again, it's really like heartwarming. And I'm thinking of those faces that I saw initially in 1996 when it was just a dream. And then, of course, the dream was to become famous. Well, that came true, guys. I'm sitting in front of the only boy band in history to have topped the charts in 3 consecutive decades. You have sold over 130 million albums, have won countless awards. You have a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Your album DNA is still topping the charts, and you got a Christmas album coming up. I'd say that's pretty damn good. I don't know how you feel hearing those statistics, but I'm in awe as I'm saying them to you.
It's an awe to hear it. I mean, honestly, when we started this, we obviously had dreams, aspirations, goals. We obviously wanted to have a career, but you don't know. You know, I mean, you could be a flash in the pan. You could have one hit single and that's it. But we are very fortunate and very grateful that we've been able to work with the best of the best as far as writers and producers, Max Martin, the entire Sharon team, creating the sound that is our sound together, having the best fans around the world, the world, and especially here
in Quebec. You know that this is where it started.
Canada, yes.
I mean,
this is where it started.
This is a love story. It really is a love story. There's no question about it. Somehow they knew right before it really just burst that you guys were really something. But okay, so we said that fame was, you know, the goal initially. You're young, you want to be famous. That's happened. I just want to know if your definition of success has changed now, almost 30 years later. What does success mean to you right now?
For me, my idea of success is balance, is happiness. Because, you know, like years ago when Brian had his heart surgery, we were on top of the world.
That's right.
But, you know, and he said it, if you don't have your health, then what have you got? If you have all this success and you're not happy and healthy and balanced, then you're gonna burn out, you're gonna crash and burn. It's not, you know.
That brings me to something, though, that's very important, what you just said, and also referring to your heart surgery at age 23, 1999 to 2003, Millennium, Black and Blue, you guys were on top of the world. You were gods. I mean, everything you did, everything you touched turned to gold, and it looked great. So here you are, you get sick, and you realize, wow, nobody really gives a shit. I gotta go on tour, right? And that's a real reality check. How did you all deal with that at that time?
It was kind of like welcome to the business of what the record business is. For me, my journey was a little different, a little more harsh, I think. We've all dealt with losing family members. Like, life goes on. It doesn't matter if people see you on the TV or the camera in an interview. It's like, it's not all glory and glamorous and a lot of fun. You know, it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. So I think the heart surgery time, like, really kind of smacked me into place of like, okay, the focus needs to be, who am I on stage with? You know, managers, record labels, all these people come and go. Right. At the end of the day, I've got to be able to depend on these 4 guys, and they have to be able to depend on me. And that in itself is going to take care of all of the worry of everything else.
There's one thing I think that I take pride in on behalf of the 5 of us that you don't really see with a lot of groups, whether it's a rock band, whether it's a pop band, whether it's whatever, is our communication. We pride ourselves on being communicative and talking things out. We don't have to go to blows. We don't have to scream and yell. We can actually communicate better now than we ever have because we're older, because we've experienced what we have together.
So are you telling me, AJ, that while you're going through your addiction and you're going into rehab and there are relapses, there's a moment where you don't show up for a gig, Kevin goes to see you and he tells you, you are dead to me. What does that do? That's communication.
That was a necessary moment.
Talk about
it's more like a boundary.
No, but that was a necessary moment.
Yes.
That was a necessary moment. Now, did I stay sober after that? No, but I'm sober today,
Yes.
and it is a daily struggle, no matter what.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think now, for whatever reason, for me at least, there's a better understanding amongst the four of them and me what I go through now than there was, let's say, 10 years ago. And I think there's a better...
You're in a better place,
I'm
too.
in the best place I've
You're in
ever
a better
been.
place.
Honest to God,
Yeah.
today, the pandemic was a blessing and a curse for a lot of people. For me, it was a time of self-discovery to really, truly, find or start to really find happiness for me.
Those are very hard moments, and I know, Kevin, that you recently lost your mom, and it broke my heart because I knew how hard it must be for you to have to get up and perform when something like that has happened in your life. I don't know if you're going to be upset with me, but I brought something that I want to give you. This is a letter that your mother wrote me almost 25 years ago, and I've kept it and cherished it. I found it last year when I was doing all my cleaning up, and it was thanking me for the first interviews that I ever did with you guys. So I just want you to know that as she touched my heart so deeply, I wanted you to know that. That's all. So it's for you, and I hope it just brings you a little comfort along the way. Now, DNA, let's go to something else. DNA, the album, obviously, we all have unique DNA, but emotionally, our DNA changes along the way. Something happens, it's altered. I thought we'd do a quickie. Sometimes that's all you have time for, boys, is a quickie. So, okay, I'm going to say something, and I want to hear what you have to say, all right? Nominated for 9 Grammy Awards, you never won one. Are you pissed off, or are you okay with that?
Doesn't matter
Both.
to me.
Both?
Doesn't matter
Yeah.
to me.
Both.
Yeah. Which one do you think you should have won? You really should have won, AJ.
During Millennium,
Yeah.
I think that one would have been, that to me made the most sense.
Okay, we saw Drake get up on stage with you guys in Toronto. If you could go up with anybody to sing a song just like that, who would you choose?
Adele.
Adele, wow.
Bruno Mars.
Oh, cool, I love him.
I say Dean Martin.
I love him. It's going to be hard, but yes. It's gonna be hard, but I love him.
Might be a little gross, but we can make it work.
Nick is going, I'm not sure. Kevin, you either? You
No,
know
I have one. It's probably going to be like a legendary rock group, maybe
Yeah.
like the Stones or something
Wow,
like that.
that sounds good.
That'd be awesome.
Kev?
Prince.
That's going to be hard too, but boy, did I love him.
Also have to
absolutely.
understand,
Yeah.
just really quickly, we've been on stage with Tony Bennett. We've
I
been on
know, the
stage with
greats.
Elton John. We've
Can you
been on
imagine?
stage with Sting. when you think
Aretha
about the
Franklin,
people
Lionel
that we've
Richie. You've done
been,
that, yeah.
these are monumental moments
Yeah.
that we've gotten the chance to live through and carry with us. So.
I want to go to some of the lines in DNA. And I want you to tell me who you find that these lines relate to the best, okay? So, I'm not that kind of person who can fall in and out of love.
I feel like Brian.
Brian?
A person who can fall in and out of love.
You're not that kind of person.
I think
When he's
Brian.
in it, he's in it.
Yeah.
He's in it all the way.
Okay. I'm the kind of person to get carried away, a bit obsessive.
Kevin.
These are all your lines, guys. Kevin, I love it. AJ?
Oh wait, are you saying who sings it?
No. Who's more like that?
Who does that reach out?
relate
Who
to?
does
You
that
gotta listen
decide?
to the instructions, Nick.
Yes.
Yes.
I was even going to say myself.
Really? I'm the
Not
kind
the
of person.
obsessed, but I do get carried away.
You do?
Yeah.
You get obsessed.
And who does this relate to? God knows I don't like to lose.
All of us.
All of
Yes,
us.
really?
Yeah, we don't like to lose.
Yeah, especially
Brian.
me.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I get
One last
Come on,
one.
you know you and I.
I never listen to the voice in my head.
Wow.
because
That's all I listen to.
That's all you listen
I think
to.
we all have that negative little
Yeah.
voice in our head
So I'm
that
going
we
back-
try not to listen
Yeah, that's
to.
all I
Yeah,
listen
but
to.
that-
But then you have the voice in your head that is your conscience.
Right.
That is
Yeah.
your
Little
guide,
devil, little
that is
angel.
I think that's
your-
kind of all of us, I
Reason,
guess,
voice of
right?
reason.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
brings me back, listen, brings me back to the pandemic. You know, the world has changed. It's the first time in 100 years that the entire planet shut down. And you still had dreams and you decided, hey, this is a perfect time to get this Christmas album thing happening. It's 30 years in the making. The pandemic inspired your Christmas album. Tell me about that.
I think I just want to touch a little bit on
all
that
about
real
timing.
quick because
Go
I
ahead.
think that was important. Like we had over 2 years to sit back home, like you said, and look in the mirror and ask the question to ourselves: why do we do what we do? You know, we were kind of go on the DNA tour. We had a complete stop in it. And for me, and I've spoken to the guys about this, it brought a whole new meaning to what we do as entertainers, you know, because now that we're out there and we're performing for all these people, you can see that they are so happy to just be together, to be socializing, and we know that we have that responsibility, and it's great to be back out there and to give them that little bit of that nostalgia, that great feeling, and to contribute a little bit to that in regards to society. And so now answering the question, in the Christmas album, we've been wanting to do that
I
for
know.
years. And then when you go in the studio and you're recording those classic songs that we all grew up to, that we loved, that made us feel warm inside, that made us feel happy, you know, leading up to a point now where we're getting ready to release this album,
Yeah.
where I think people they're needing this.
Yeah.
They
Well,
need this type of music. They
there's
need
no
this feeling.
question about
So
it.
we put all this energy into it in the studio during that time. So, I mean, I just wanted to kind of just say that I think we're excited for the album.
You know, we have 3 originals
Yes.
on this album. We have some classic covers. Yes, it's the Backstreet Boys sound, but I would say with even a little bit of a twist. We got to work with some brand new vocal producers that
Wow.
we have never worked with, that I think brought the best out of all of us individually as well as a group.
I love the journey that we've come to be, you know, to get through the pandemic, to be where we're at emotionally and physically and mentally together as a unit. And I think it's directly affected that album, the Christmas album. So people are going to hear us like genuinely.
And
It's
oh,
like
yes.
I just want to
Yeah.
tie it all in. I guess it's really just meant to be.
It certainly
It really
is.
this is the way it was supposed to
It
be.
certainly
And when they
is.
hear the music, I think you're gonna
And
probably
you've had
love it.
faith all along, even when it got really tough, and that says a lot. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you guys again. Please give my love to all your families. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I
It's
wish
always
you
good to see you,
every
man.
blessing for all the kindness. You've always, always said yes. You've always helped out, and for that, I wish you anything your heart desires. We love you.
Thank you.
And thank you
Thank
for the love.
you.
It's a-
Merci.
Bonsoir, bonsoir, JP. Bonsoir, bonsoir, Québec.
Booyah. Thank you.